Hey guys, it's Obrando Booyah, and I'm going to be start naming these things BST because that way it's shorter and you guys can actually see what the story's about in the title of the video. So when I post it, you guys can know what it's about instead of having to actually click on it and having like it cut off like soccer blank or something like that. But anyway, I'm going to be telling you guys a story that was very scary to me from when I was a kid. So I must have been at least in like fifth grade. Now, fifth grade, you may be thinking is elementary school, but I lived in Michigan, so the school we went to, middle school was fifth grade through eighth grade, so there was 4 grades right there. So, um, I had ADHD, so that meant like I had to be within like a special group of people. So I would stay afterwards in the school and we would do work and stuff, catch up into our classes, and then afterwards a bus would drive us to um the elementary school. Cornerstone was the school's name, and we would always go there. Like I think it was like I want to say once a week. Once a week we did that, and we would get into the lines where we would have to be. Our bus would be called, and we'd get in lines and get on the bus and stuff. But when we were leaving, I want to say we were leaving Wiley Middle School, and when I want to say it was either Wiley or Cornerstone. I don't remember which one, but I want to say Wiley. I want to say that one. I don't know. I think I want to. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. But the scenario is that um, we had quite a few people with us. So I was friends with a lot of them. There was like one guy I didn't like, and that happened to be Josh, who was the guy who was not there. He was outside doing whatever. He was by a bench talking to some kids. I'm like, okay, whatever. He'll just go with us when we're getting onto the bus. But but I was wrong. So what I'm about to tell you is 100% true. This actually happened. So the when we're getting onto our bus, I hear like a bloody like murder scream, like from a woman, like ah, it's like something like that. I'm not offending any woman out there, hopefully not, but anyway, I turn around and I see like kids running away from Josh. I don't know his last name, so it doesn't really matter. Uh, and I haven't seen the guy in a long time. But anyway, nice. I turn around and see a kid lying down on the ground, and around his head is a big pool of blood, just like expanding out, and he's holding his ear, I think, and I see Josh just standing there, like when the guy killed John Lennon, he just sat there and waited for the cops. He didn't do anything. He felt no remorse. That's what Josh was doing. He was just standing there like he thought he was the baddest kid of them all. But anyway, I didn't get to stay along for much. I mean, I just saw the horrific mess and I got my ass on that bus as fast as I could. I mean, I was curious. I wanted to know. Um, but I'm gonna skip ahead because I started talking to kids at school like, "Yo, man, you're not gonna believe what happened," and it's a lot to say, especially when you're a fifth grader going to an elementary school, telling all these fourth and third and second graders what's happening. And so I went. Okay, so I think the next day, yeah, we did this like every day for like a week or something. And the next day we went there. I talked to the bus driver, and the bus driver told me what was happening. Okay, so what was happening was apparently a fight was gonna break out between Josh and this other kid, and it was all about because the other kid sat on Josh's jacket, and the kid was weird by himself because he wore jackets in the middle of summertime. So you had to think, what is wrong with this dude? I'm not kidding. It was like spring in Michigan, and this kid be wearing jackets. It's like, dude, and we're not talking like one of those like like windbreakers people wear or something, or something just to protect you from leaves or poison ivy. No, he wore the heavy duty snow jackets around school, so we kind of looked like a dork. And he had a dork mentality as well, but I'm not gonna rip him apart here. But anyway, I find so after I hear the fight was about a jacket, what happened was Josh got fed up with arguing with the kid and pulled out a stylus. The old DS lights, those things. I grew up with those, and Game Boys too. I don't think the DS was out when I was before. I don't think it was out when I was in 3rd grade. I don't know, but anyway, he pulled out the stylus from his DS and straight up stabbed the dude right perfectly in the ear. We're talking full swing. Gets him in the ear, and I think the guy told me there was this much stylus, like that much hanging out. And the stylus is like this big, so it's like halfway in there. Man, dude, I was horrified, to hear something like that. That's horrifying, dude. Oh, man. But, I don't know what ever happened to the guy. I've met some real jerky kids. There was a guy named Clark. I went to school with. Oh, my gosh. He's probably in jail. He did a lot of dumb stuff. Like, he punched people at recess in the face for no reason. He, backsassed teachers. He thought he was the toughest kid alive. Really, I thought I could beat his ass, but I'm not the fighting type. I'm a cuddly panda. But if I have to fight, I will fight, because I do know how to fight a bit, But, anyway, there's a lot of jerky kids I've met in my lifetime. Virginia's not that bad. Partially, it was bad for where I previously lived, because I lived in Michigan, It's not as bad as West Virginia. I'll say that. No offense out there, West Virginians, but it's not as bad as West Virginia, because West Virginia is poor and very unhappy place to go to. People are always in a bad mood. I went up there for a mission trip last year, and people, they were glad that we showed up to help, but if you look around, like we came there and there was a flood in the area we were at. It was sad, and the houses were really in bad shape. You got like tin roofs and stuff on this place. But I think I'm rambling now. But anyway, in Michigan, I met a lot of good people, and I met a lot of bad people. A lot of the people in our area, I may not have noticed it, but I knew some, were like really mean sometimes. Why can't it be like Cleveland? People always being nice to you there. They say hello, offer you good sales, especially on crack. Not that I would know, but I'm sure you could get it at a good deal there. But Cleveland's one of the nicest places I've been to. But, like I was saying, it's crazy to think about what happened that day, I thought the kid got straight up murdered. I don't even know what happened to the guy. I don't even know who he was. All I know is that he had like JB hair, I think. No, who's the guy on Good Luck Charlie who had like the long hair? What was his name? Pete, I think his name was. Pete? When he had the long hair going? Yeah, that's what I think he had. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this story. I definitely enjoyed retelling it to you guys. And peace.